Hey everyone, Marty here and welcome to my online break and run competition. So I just want to go through the rules really quickly. So basically it's a really simple game. You create a random rack, you break from the balk, you clear off the colour you don't want, you pop the colour you do want. If you double the black, you double the points, and the highest score after 10 frames after 2 major attempts wins, and it's that simple. So let's now go into the more detailed rules of it, because I just want to make sure everyone gets it right. I'm pretty cool with everything, but it's more just letting you guys know before I have to start, reminding everyone on their streams and catching everyone and bringing everyone back. So let's try and get it right the first time. So first of all, there's 2 categories. There's the A grade plus, and also with A grade plus is the B grade above 50%, so you're in one category. And the second category is B grade 50% and under, and non-league players. And the big difference is the B grade under 50% and the non-league players get a handicap of 1 ball. So once they've cleared off the colour they don't want, and they're left with the colour they do want, they also get to remove 1 extra colour from their colour set, and that gives them an advantage. And that will be the only handicap I'm giving ever, is just that 1 ball. So people have asked, will I be creating a separate comp for B graders and C graders? The answer to that is yes, I can, but I need numbers. I can't do it with 1 or 2 people, so until I get numbers, I'll group you all together. If I get a competition where there's at least, say, 6 to form a category, I'll form that category and you guys can play on your own, under your own steam. So the game is played at your home, on your table with the English jaws. So it can be a 6 foot, 7 foot or 8 foot table, Supreme, whichever table, as long as it's got the English jaws on it, you can play. So the game is to be live streamed on your Facebook, on your personal page, and once you start the stream, you tag me and I'll come verify your stream with just a comment like attempt 1, the time, and good game. Now that attempt or that live stream will be used to verify your score. So if for whatever reason your stream stops or it's not showing or it's frozen, unless it's on the stream, it doesn't count as a valid score and you'll have to redo it. Now if you delete that stream with my comment on it, I will assume that you've had a bad run and you've just deleted and forfeited and you'll get 0 for that attempt. So even if you have an attempt and it freezes, do not delete it, because what you've done will count, and when you restart your live stream, re-notify me, I'll come and re-verify it and you restart from where you left off and go from there. So 2 more tips with live streaming from Facebook. When you begin your live stream, make sure your privacy settings are shared so you can share the live stream to the world, because if you've got it set on private, we can't share it to the group and no one will see your run and it won't count. Also, when you finalise your live stream at the end, just for yourself, change the deletion settings so it never gets deleted. So with live streaming, I found this little device from Kmart for $15. It's a mini tripod, so you've got 3 legs, so it's telescopic, so you can go in and out. Basically at the back you've got these little wings that flip out. And your phone can sit in the cradle there. So that's a really little great device to use. It's $15 from Kmart and I'll put the link in below. So with live streaming, I'll put a link how to update your Facebook so we don't get any mirroring of the scores, because my OCD just can't handle it. Also you can use there's a new app called SportsCam, you can use that. The other way to do it, if you don't have a flip chart, so if you don't have a flip chart to record your scores, so this will be your frame number and your points. So if you don't have a flip chart and you don't have an online or an on-screen scorer like SportsCam, at least write your scores on a piece of paper with the frame count, the points and the accumulated total, because when we go to verify it afterwards, it makes it easier to check your scores. Now each player completes 10 frames to get the highest score, and they get 2 attempts. The winner is determined by the highest accumulated score from 1 attempt or 10 frames. So the rule set behind the game is international rules. Now if you do a foul during your run, that's end of frame and it counts for 0 points. So the standard fouls that are important to this game is obviously balls off the table, scratching the white, and most importantly the rail rule. Because I don't want to see people, they're out of position for the black and they do a little tap shot so they can get better position to double a black. So every shot must either pot a ball or hit a rail, but it will be international rules. So with the point scoring, it's quite simple. Basically, the fewer the visits, the higher the points. So 1 visit, 5 points, 2 visits, 4 points, 3 visits, 3 points, 4 visits, 2 points, 5 visits, 1 point. And the kicker is, if you were to, say, be in this scenario where you've cleared off your colour and you're still on the first visit to pot the black, if you pot the black as a straight shot, it's worth 5 points. But if you're able to double the black, it's now worth 10 points. So that's on all visits. So someone on their third visit would score 3 points. If you double it for 6 points, you're going to do a lot better than someone on their first visit going for straight blacks. So anyone can win this and anyone can come from behind and grab the win. So like I was saying with doubling points for double the black, on the 10th frame, if you double the black, not only do you double that frame's points, but you get an additional 10 points on top of that. So for example, if you're on your 10th frame in your 5th visit, which is worth 1 point, and you double that, you get 1 point times 2, which is 2, plus the 10 points, which equals 12 points for that frame. And as a tip, most people who have won this competition have doubled the black on the last frame to get that additional 10 points. Now on the start, the spirit of the game is to get a big spray. Okay, so when we start the game, there are no fouls on the break. As long as you put the white ball in baulk behind the line and do a break. So to start with, it's a random, so you just take the balls together, put the black in the usual spot and rack up. So it's a random break, and for anyone who's done the J, they'll know if you keep doing the same break with the same triangle from the same point with the same power, you'll start getting the same spray, the same patterns, and I don't want that. I want to see random patterns, I want to see big spray, I want to see balls potted. So that's the spirit of this game. So give random racks, give it a good solid whack. So on the break, the only requirements I'm looking for is a random rack with the black in the usual spot and an international rules 3-point break. Now in international rules, a 3-point break, for those who don't know, you get 1 point for every ball potted and you get one point for every ball that crosses above the centre line, even if they come back. Now the reason I've made that international 3-point rule a requirement is, in the spirit of this game, I want to see hard breaks, I want to see good spray, and I want to see random patterns. So if you can't do an international rules 3-point break, there's no penalty. Just gather the balls together and re-rack. There's no penalty. The reason I've created this rule is so that everyone has a chance to play this game. I know there are people out there who have got weak breaks or bad backs or bad knees, whatever, and can't do a powerful break. So for them, I'm making it fair so that they can get a good start. Also with that, I don't want to see people doing what they do in 6 reds and just doing small tap-ups and weak breaks and getting a minimum 3 points. If you're a good breaker, I want to see a good break. The rule for a re-rack is designed for people who have always got weak breaks and give them a fair chance. Also on the break, if you pot the white or the white goes off the table or there's any other foul, it's absolutely irrelevant. As long as it's an international 3-point break, continue on. So now that we've got a good break or a good spray, what we do, we analyse the table and we remove the colour we don't want. So in this case it might be yellow. So remove it and put it in the pocket, and this is your colour set. Now on every visit you will always get ball in hand, This is to just make it fair for everyone in case you get a bad lie on the white ball. So this gives no excuses to anyone and should put you on the same playing field. So now you've got ball in hand anywhere you want, you start your run. And that's basically it. So on the day you have 2 match attempts, play starts at 9 AM and we try to have all games finished by 10 PM that night so we can resolve disputes and pay the money out the same night. So this is designed as a fun game, so all players must play in the spirit of the game. The rules are pretty clear and concise, and the base intention for this competition is clear. I won't tolerate any cheating or looking for loopholes, bullying or harassing, won't be tolerated. If you have any questions, please ask. I'm here to accommodate everyone so we can all have fun and all have a great time. That's the whole idea of this, so I'm happy to take on suggestions. So when it comes to recording your score, I get it. You're under pressure. You can forget how many visits you have. So when you record your score on the flip chart, just record what you remember that you got or what you thought you got. It's not critically important at the time, because what we do is that after your 10 frames, you report back to the group what your unofficial score is. Now, then you go back and review your score or review your video, and you come back with an official score. Also, that comes with fouls. I don't call fouls as they occur. Fouls only get called on the review if it's necessary, if you become a top runner. So at the end of the day, after everyone's finished, there will be an unofficial winner with the top 2 scores. I will then review those 2 games, and you can be sure that other people will also be reviewing your games and messaging you in the background if they saw a foul. So definitely be pretty honest, review your score, get back to me with your official score, because I'll be checking anyway and we'll verify it, and that's when we make sure that you've got the right count. And then once all the disputes are resolved in our little chat group with all the players, then we pay out the money and then it's finalised. So don't get too concerned with being accurate or missing fouls. We've got it on video, we can go back and re-watch it, and we can make an official count later on. So that's pretty much it. We run these first Saturday of every month, and if you can, we open up the nominations on Thursday night. If you can get your names in and money in by Friday afternoon, we can then run a Calcutta Friday night. Anyway, it's a really great day, really great event. They're all the rules. It's pretty simple. I hope you guys have fun with it, and thank you. Cheers.